So how are we going to close out this season? More trolls? Hey everyone, welcome to Prince of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to episodes 12 and 13 of Season 2 of Hilda. We are finishing off the season today, and hoping it ends on a good note. And I don't plan for it to be as long between seasons 2 and 3. Well, technically between seasons 2 and the movie. I don't know exactly when we're going to do it, but I don't plan for it to be as long, and then we'll get to the to season 3 afterwards, which is the final season. So hopefully it doesn't take years. It shouldn't. But I'm definitely interested to see where this ends up going, because it's like I've said it before, this isn't like a hugely intense show. Even when it gets more serious, it never quite goes into the territory that a lot of other shows go to. Even just thinking Western cartoons, the stuff like Amphibia and Owl House and stuff, this show doesn't touch on like that heavy of shit. This show is a lot more calm, a lot more, you know, restrained, and it's more of a comfy show. And I appreciate that about Hilda. But, like, you still have to do something noteworthy for the finale. You still have to make it, feel bigger and more special and more interesting. And, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what the plan here is. So I guess at this point we're just going to have to watch to find out. And of course, afterwards I'll bring up what is going to replace this, but we'll worry about that when we get to that. So for the time being, let's just get into this and hope for the best. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. Okay, and we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, I apologize for having to edit the two episode parts together. I forgot about that. It just in the spur of the moment with how much I did enjoy episode 12, it just skipped my mind. And yeah, I didn't know episode 13 was going to be double length like that. That one caught me off guard just in general. So, that being said, I did really enjoy both of these episodes. And I feel like there was a lot to talk about, but a lot of it I feel like already say. Like the discussions regarding both Hilda and Joanna seeing each other's points of view, and Joanna's main issue being Hilda, lying and hiding stuff from her. Like, we've talked about that with previous episodes. It's obvious that's what her biggest issue was, more so than the other stuff, because we know that she knows Hilda can handle herself. And with Twig by her side, who I think, by the way, during the reaction, at one point I accidentally called Sprig. But with Twig by her side, she knows Hilda can handle herself. But when she doesn't know where Hilda is or what she's doing, it does tend to, create worry. It creates concern. And so there is that side of things too. I'm curious if we're going to get more of Joanna taking a proactive role in some of these adventures after this finale. Because I feel like there's a lot they could easily do with that. At least in the movie. Because the movie I know comes next, and that's definitely going to follow up on Hilda being a troll now. And then after that is season 3, which is the final season. So yeah, I guess we'll see how that ends up going. I like how the final episode, with being double length, was able to have like an A, B, and C plot. Though the C plot didn't come in right away. Alpha's little journey also wasn't super long or eventful. And it eventually merged with the B plot. But still, it was still nice to see Alpha getting involved as well. Like, it really did feel like a conclusion to everything. Because you have everyone getting involved. Not only Hilda and Joanna and Twig, but you have Hilda's friends, you have the safety patrol, you have Alpha, you have everyone, all of our main characters kind of having a proactive role in the finale. And with the episode before that being an Alpha-centric episode as well, like, we had a lot of good Alpha content today. Like, he had a notable role there in both of these episodes. I mean, the episode 12 was directly centered around him, but still. And it's wild to me how, like, some shows can get the, like, side character gets their own focus episode, and how some shows can make that work extremely well, while others just can't. It's wild to me, because it's like, here's the thing. I'm obviously talking about Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur with the devil-centric episodes, right? I like that show, generally speaking, more than this, by a pretty notable amount. But the way that the Alpha episode was handled here was so much better, so drastically better, than either of the 2 Devil episodes we got in Moon Girl. And I think part of the reason is because of the characters. Devil speaks only in dinosaur. Devil doesn't speak human at all, obviously. And it kind of has, like, he has an animal sidekick type of role, let's be honest. Like, I know the show is called Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, but let's be honest, Devil is a sidekick at best. And maybe if they had a full, like, maybe if they had a 3rd season to really give Devil more, there would have been time to, like, do more than that. But the way the show has gone on, Devil is a sidekick. Moon Girl is the hero. Like, that's just undeniable. And unfortunately, because of various reasons, Devil has sidekick energy. And when a character, like, just feels that much like a side role, it's really hard to get them to have the center stage. Not impossible, but the difference here is Alpha never feels like a side character. He's a supporting character, and there is a difference. A side character feels like they're just there to, like, add in more characters, while a supporting character is there to actively support the main characters and the stories. Supporting characters add more than side characters do. Side characters are just like, oh, have this cool little character in here for like 1 or 2 episodes here or there, or even if they're in the entire series, they're not going to be like a big deal. But a supporting character, like, will actually be able to move the plot along, even if they're not the main character. I hope I'm explaining this well enough. Devil is a side character. Let's be completely honest here. Devil never moves the plot along. Nothing hinges on Devil. He's cool and he has helped with fights, but that's about it. Let's be honest, Beyonder has done more than him. Casey has done more than him. But Alpha feels like an active participant in so much. And I think that's why he's able to feel like better for his own episode. Because he already has enough character and depth to where he can hold an episode of his own. Devil doesn't have that. And so it's just really interesting to see the comparisons here between them. I like Frida and David's role in the final episode here as well. I think that them going to go rescue Hilda and Joanna and ending up doing so, really literally, was fantastic. And it really, again, it held them feel very proactive. Also, I just love seeing Frida get better at her magic. It's just like, I feel like a proud mama almost every time she does something cool like that. Even just turning Eric into a bug, it's like, couldn't we just leave him like that? It's like, that's just a win for everyone. But no, we can't. That's wrong. But it's like, you feel proud of her because you see how far she's come. This is a character who had no magical ability at first and has gotten so far. She's become such a great young witch. And it's that progression that really helps sell it. And David, it's like, as scared as he tends to be, as anxious as of a character as he steps up. David always steps up, even if he's scared to, even if he's terrified to. He will do what's right, especially when it comes to his friends. David is respectable in that regard. And it's just so good. On top of that, you had like a possible girlfriend shipping partner for Alpha in episode 12. It's like, they're so goddamn cute together. If this series does not end with like them becoming a couple, I'm gonna be upset because I want them to kiss. it's like it's like one of those ships where it's just instantly perfect, like they are made for each other. You know what I mean? It's making me think like I'm Princess Bubblegum in Adventure Time creating cherry cola and root beer float guy. It's like she literally created them. It's like, you are now husband and wife. Kiss. It's like I'm having those vibes. I mean that obviously in a positive manner, of course. Even if things changed with that entire relationship in Adventure Time, but still. Yeah, it was a wild 2 episodes. Episode 12 is a lot more chill and a lot more of what you expect, but episode 13 was very intense. Like, between the two-headed troll and everything and just all the shit going down. And now there's this entire shit with Hilda being turned into a troll and being swapped with the baby from the troll mother. Like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, I have a lot of questions in regards to that. Did the troll mother do this? Because we saw her swap the heads of the little dolls she made. I'm thinking she did, but why? Did she want Hilda to see what it was like to be a troll? Because obviously, like, the troll mother and her baby were connecting with Hilda and her mother. So I'm wondering if it's like a way of like allowing them to see the other side of sorts. I don't know. There's a lot of questions that go in line with this, and that we're going to have to wait until we eventually see the movie to answer, I'm sure. But there's definitely a lot that they're setting up here. And I think there's going to be some of this that even carries into season 3. But we're definitely not going to leave that off for too long this time. Because, like, after a cliffhanger like that, you just can't. I don't know exactly how long it'll be. It might be a few months or something, but we will definitely be coming back to this sooner than it took to get back to season 2. I just hope that it ends up being a very satisfying film once we do get to it. And this time we are really getting to it. It won't be an April Fool's joke. But yeah, we'll get to that as we do, and we might have that lead directly into season three. Like we'll do that the weekend before we start season three. That could be an idea. We'll see. We'll see. We have time to worry about that. But that now brings up the question of what is going to replace Hilda in this Tuesday slot. Um, well, I've kind of already decided that because I knew I didn't want to wait too long on this other show too. And so we're just going right back in with Symphogear GX. It's been a couple months since we put that on hold, and I just want to get back to it. It's that simple. I just want to get back to it at this point. I really, really have been enjoying this season. I think it's so much more unique and interesting than the previous ones. So we will be getting back to that right away next week. So tell me in the comments below, what did you think of these final two episodes of Hilda Season 2? And obviously, do not spoil me for the movie or Season 3. But thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.